go. Hello, hello, bonsoir, at least in your part of the world, Alphama. How is it now being in Thailand, back in Asia?
Bonsoir. Well, like always, moving into a country by yourself without really knowing the language, you're always a bit, trying to experience the country, have a feel for it. But I've been warmly welcomed here by many Thai people, so it's been amazing so far.
I know that feeling, my friend. Red Sun was there, right? So there's at least some, the Rainbow Six community is all over the world. So it's always here to support everybody around. Now, let's talk about the team and how you've been kind of meshing together. Are you feeling back in Thailand, being able to finally practice again with the team with normal standard ping on there? How has this kind of shifted the dynamic between all the players?
Well, first thing first, moving in a country in the region is also the right time zone, because waking up at 6 a.m. to scrim on 180 ping is always not the best work conditions, to be honest. I know Laurent Crapel has been on this rhythm for a long time, so it's hard for him. So first, the time zone is amazing. It's really good. And then obviously good conditions, good PC, good ping. I feel closer to the guys, even though we're not all together. So yeah, it's been helping a lot. And we've actually been, working really hard to compensate for the roster changes that came in and came out, stage 1, stage 2, stage 3 between Mentalist and I. So overall, really good working dynamic. I think we've been working hard here.
You talk about dynamic. Thermite and Hibana were taken away in this map. You guys responded by bringing the ace yourselves. Do you think that double ban, or at least each one of you two banning Heartbreacher, had an impact on how things went on Chalet? Because usually you'd be seeing a Thatcher, for example.
Yeah, so we knew that they would there was a way they would leave open Thatcher and Flores. And one very good way to shift the way Chalet is played is to secure, is there a range outbreach or not? And the way they were playing Chalet is with Thermite, which was surprising to me because that limits a lot the way they do takes, right? If you do deer take, you want to open that deer wall, you cannot do that without rappelling in that Thermite, which is really hard to do. So we're like, what if we disrupt their game plan, ban Thermite, they can then ban anything they want, right? And then ban one of the range hard bridge. But there is two, so that doesn't change anything. So we're like, okay, well, we're just going to shift it our way then.
You say it doesn't change anything, but bringing ace when Wamai is in play can complicate things when it comes to opening up breaches. So did you always have that in your mind? I watched that last round.
Maybe, just maybe did I think the MP went off and the Wamai trap wouldn't catch my ace? Maybe did I think that? Then when I started throwing the first one and the second one, I was like, I might stop throwing right now because this is too much. But obviously it can affect your range hard bridge. His carrots are not caught by Wamai traps. It was a good adaptation from them. I just should have read it. And if I had more drones, they were really good at denying our drones, by the way, I could have seen that they had Wamai traps and I would have done a better job.
That's my next question, because on Chalet we know that you need to use your drones as much as possible to deal with vertical play. How is it for you to try to compensate for that when you're in-game facing off against the team, especially in that last round 5 setup, so open to fight you from the top floor?
Yeah, so the first thing first, we saw, that game went so close, mainly because of their information denial. It was really well played for them. It was really hard for us to come back with a plan or adapt when we didn't know what they were doing, or they were literally always running around and moving around the map, or setting up a lot of utility, and we didn't really know which utility goes where and how do we clear it. So I think we kind of spotted it at the end, that last round, their adaptation. And Pat and I and Mag and Tex and Rally, we all focused on getting rid of the utility one by one. I think it got done really well. And then obviously Rally came big, with that double cutoff of the roamers coming up top. So I guess information is the key.
Makes a lot of sense. Half the game in Rainbow Six is information. Even more in Chalet, we have to deal with vertical play and lurk and all that has to be done around that. Do you think the Clash ban affected you in any way, or was it just another time?
So yeah, I guess we know how to play really annoying operators to some of these APAC teams. You see a lot of mirror bans, you see a lot of clash bans, or you see a lot of, you don't see a lot of clash play and not a lot of, sorry, you see a lot of clash play sometimes, it seems to be a good thing against APAC teams and not a lot of clash bans. Yet you see a lot of mirror bans too. So what if you play both and then have to choose? And whether they ban one, you play the other, and it's still really annoying for them.
Because that was the question on the analyst desk. Why not ban out the Mira in that case? Well, you're limited in how many bans you can end up doing at the end. So
yeah, we're going to bring the clash then. Okay.
Pigeonholing your opponents. Honestly, I can't wait for the day we get to see Fnatic internationally. This is what we need to see. And is that the hope? Is this what we're supposed to see by the end of this stage?
I think more than the hope, it's been the target for this team for so long, just to come back on the top tier scene and the international scene. I think we owe it to the fans and the organization. It should be the standards of Fnatic to always be the best team in the world, always be competing with the best in the world. And that's where we're going to be. And we're working really hard towards that.
Good. Always good to hear the sort of motivation in your voice, Alphama, having finally made it on the other side of the planet. Anything you want to say to all the Fnatic fans out there?
Yeah, of course. I really appreciate your support, guys, through the month. Like always, it's never easy until we finalize the plan and go to Japan to always all be together. But you've been supporting us through the whole year, through roster change and region, change, and us moving from country to another country. Like whatever happens, you're always there. So thank you, thanks a lot, and we always see your messages, and it warms our hearts really much.
All right, Alphama, thank you very much for all the Fnatic fans out there. Now they've been able to collect an extra 3 points, makes it 6 in total. They go up against Damwon Kia in the final game of our next Playday. That is September 22nd, next Wednesday. Make sure you tune in to catch that game. Hopefully, in the future, we'll be calling it Top of Japan versus Top of Korea. Who knows how that will be. Until then, Alphama, merci beaucoup. Bye-bye. Good night.
Merci beaucoup.
Au revoir.